today
Recording in progress.
Today I'm going to discuss about design process. Normally, what are the process in designing that we are following when we have to produce some kind of artwork or any kind of design work. Even here, there's not much theory. There's not much theory that you just have to grab the essence of the process, and you have to get it into yourselves and find a way, your own way to respond to a design job. Actually, that's what I wanted to mention here, because you may get jobs in some aesthetic areas. So whatever the job you get, if it is a design job, then this is the way to respond to that particular task. So in design process, we have three major stages in strategical designing. First one is research. Second stage is design developments. Third stage is realization. This is the three main stages of designing. First, when you get a job, any kind of job in designing, first we do a research on that. The background, the context, what is the problem they have. So a background research on everything is done in this research stage. And this is where we develop concept. Concept development is included in this stage with the data that we gathered from the research. We develop a concept to respond to the design. So that concept is or the inspiration. Yes, basically the concept that comes from the research. So this concept, when the concept is developed, on how you do this design and how you will get there into the final product, it makes a sense of the final product in terms of all the design elements like the ideas, colors, materials that you're going to use, the techniques and detailing, small things. It is just it's like a blurred image on one of your final product. So with the concept, you get a sense of the final product that you are going to produce. Next stage, so now we after the research stage, we know what type of a thing that we are going to do. So the next thing is design development. In this stage, that you already have decided what type of thing, and this is about how we are going to achieve that. With the so this part include all the technical work, that the techniques that you are going to use, and how are you going to connect stuff, how are you going to do it practically, uh, the all the issues that you are getting through the process, uh, what are the bottlenecks, uh, what are the problems that you need to solve, all the technical stuff are included in this design development process. And the development process is the process of making your idea into a uh, real product. Uh, so through this through this process, your concept is not changed, but you can, if it is not practical, you can go back and change the concept. But if it is a solid concept, that concept is not changed, but the products, uh, the so I mean the idea and the mood won't change, but the products may be changed, uh, the styles, techniques. So if all the experimental work uh, will include in this stage, and uh, the most important thing is feasibility studies. Uh, any one of you know what are feasibility studies? What is feasibility? Why it is important? Anybody know what is feasibility? What is feasible? No. Feasible feasibility means whether it is usable, practical. So if you are doing it in concept level, it's easy for me to explain this in fashion again. So if it is a garment, uh, you have a drawing of a garment uh, that in the concept stage, and in the development stage you have if it is a shirt, so you have created a collar, uh, a pocket with a button, you have design. uh, but in this stage, you have selected materials, colors, and everything. uh, Feasibility studies means you have to check whether this particular material with this stitch type, machine type that you're going to use, whether it is uh, practical to achieve this detail, whether you can stitch this particular fabric in the machine you have selected, whether it's practical. So you have to stitch a little piece and check whether it's possible, whether it's feasible, easy to do, and whether it is using a lot of resources. Uh, if if it is worth enough to use those resources for a garment. Uh, so in terms of those areas that you need to uh, check whether this is feasible. and and again, when it comes to garment, practically, after all, you have to check whether it's wearable. If you have with for example, see whether you have selected with a futuristic concept, uh, that you have to do these garments with foil or polythene or some unconventional material. So so you are suggesting those materials to a garment. So in feasibility studies, we have to check whether a person can wear this in real. Maybe they are maybe practical in some performances. You have seen that Lady Gaga or Michael Jackson or somebody like that would wear something in polythene. But whether it is practical for a normal person, uh, that kind of a study, you have to do it technically, whether it is feasible. Uh, mm, so, so I explained it in terms of fashion. We'll see something like a printing material that you are doing a graphic for a brochure for a event. So opening of a restaurant, you are doing a brochure. Uh, so for that, you have to check what type of paper that you are going to print that particular artwork. Uh, so what are the colors? Uh, are those colors achievable in the printer you are going to use? Uh, are you going to use screen printing or digital printing? Uh, digital printing in is it an inkjet printing or what is the other laser printing? So what type of printer you are going to use, and if it is screen printing, how many screens you are going to uh, use for that. So if you have to do, uh, I mean, you have selected 5 6 colors into one small brochure. Uh, so if you and you suggest it to do from screen printing. So is it worth to use six uh, 6 screens for screen printing into a small brochure? So that type of uh, feasibility work you have to decide in this development stage. And the next stage is realization. This is about the final product. Uh, so final product, in this stage, this is where you realize your concept, your research. So in this stage, we measure how strong, how successful a design is, uh, with how much the final product is uh, achieved according to your concept. If the concept is visible in your final product, it is if the concept is uh, workable, and if it is realized through your final product. So in this realization area, so you have done all the design work, the developments, everything is decided. So it is about how you present your work in final stage, and whether it is achieving its purpose. So uh, realization means if you are doing a garment, whether the customer that uh, the decided customer in our research stage, whether he is buying our garment. So it is realizing. We think that this is a very comfortable, this is a very appealing, a very fashionable garment. So the realizations in stage, uh, that particular customer should pick that garment. That that brochure should attract the customers to the restaurant. So that's realization. I will explain you with another project. These 3 stages. Again, it is a fashion project. Uh, this project is inspired from hipster subculture that I mentioned you last time. Hippie, the modern hippie style. It is called hipster. That concept is this is a fashion collection, a student fashion collection This is student level collection. Um, so uh, this is the concept board. Uh, that this is the concept for this collection, for these designs. The concept is called Hipsterania, the land of hipsters. Uh, so it is about hippies. With this mood board or the concept board, you can get the idea that it is something old, uh, something related with the bicycles and hippie culture, something with uh, being down to earth, into nature. That kind of idea you get from this mood board. These boards actually, this is how we present design work. Mood boards are so this customer is somebody who travels, uh, that goes into nature and do sketching. So this is the mood of the customer. So with this image, you can see that this customer is not kind of a party typing, uh, not work. He may not work in an office. So that mood you get from this board. So it is presented here. So that the research stage, when you are developing the concept, and when you going into any kind of design work, you have to look into the trends, current trends. What type of uh, trends that people follow in these days? Not here only in fashion, not only in garments wearing. This is particularly fashion design project. That's why it is into fashion. But even in your in even in website designing, uh, more related to your work, you have to think what type of trends available, what type of techniques do we only present data, do we only shop in websites, what are the other trends that incorporated in with the modern world. Do you have any idea on website trends? What type of new things that you see in fashion? This is an industry, a particular industry in fashion designing. So there are companies that do trend analysis and forecast and predicting trends. It is another different different business. Uh, but in uh, like website design, but I have seen trends for graphic designing. Mm, but that people who are analyzing trends for graphic design. But in website, I don't know whether there are such trend analyses are available. In those areas, you have to use your sense. Do you have any idea on that? Do they have trends for websites? I will ask from somebody. I think Shehan may know you are working on some. Okay. I think that I have seen that people are using uh, more sketchy type things in this is in terms of graphics, and using more engagement, yeah, that weavers engagement in websites, uh, that you can post comments and reviews. Those are not those maybe you are not familiar with the past experiences in websites, that even when we are young, uh, websites were uh, just to showcase uh, the products. I mean, websites means the shops, branding kind of things. They were just, you can't do online shopping much. Uh, uh, Likewise. Now, you have any ideas, Shehan? Anything to explain? I'm not sure whether I'm talking the right thing or not.
I don't know whether.
Okay, Dilshan. Okay. So you have to mm, maybe there may be trends in web design. Uh, uh, yes, you have to make your sense, keep up your sense on what you see in your particular areas. Right. And then we do color analysis. This is the trend analysis that has been done with what are the most common and recent styles. And we do color analysis. So all these pictures are taken from hippie culture, and it's not a very bright, uh, very cheerful thing. So it is the dark colors, the tones. Um, so this color analysis is done according to the concept. These are the materials that going to use in this collection. Uh, in research stage, materials are decided. Uh, and again, this is the finalized colors for the concept. So then comes the design development stage. In this collection, the designs are created through collaging uh, old garment pieces. Uh, so that comes from the hipster, hippie behavior, that they are collecting different pieces from different things, and they are creating new stuff. Uh, so that idea is taken into fashion, and pieces from different garments are connected together and created designs. So this is how the designs are done, and the fabrics going to use, the techniques, working with the drawings. Now it is not just uh, the ideas. Now you know that there's this type of seam going there, the elastic thing and everything. It's more detailed in the design development stage. So it is about feasibility, sorry, materials and techniques you're going to use. So that's the design development stage. And for the realization, I will show you. So these are the final products. The realization of this is actually a page for two, designed for 2 pages. That's why the composition is a bit odd. So it breaks from here. So these are the final products, the realization stage. And in realization, the photo shoot, it is according to the concept that there's a bicycle and this type of bags, the mood and the background. It's going with the colors that originally selected, nothing bright, very dull. Even the moods are dull. So, did you see anything from this?
Now, okay, madam.
Okay, you didn't see this, right?
No, madam.
Okay. The concept board I showed you earlier. This is my own project in university. Uh, so I will tell you about the realization. Uh, so these are the garments that created through that concept development process, and even in realization, the photo shoot, it is done according to the concepts, the backgrounds and the colors, and people here, the models, they are very usual normal people. Uh, so here you can see that hipster mood with the bag, with the bicycle, uh, the color palette, even in the background, that color palette is there. And the moods of these people, it is created according to the concept. Particularly for this photo shoot, I didn't use a professional models uh, because they don't look natural. They have practiced being models in not actually in Sri Lanka. It's a particular way of modeling. So they have several poses. That's what they are doing. So so to avoid that posing, that mood, I have used one of two of my friends to just university students to be models for this collection. So they look more natural because they don't know nothing about modeling. Uh, so uh, so the concept is followed throughout the collection and throughout the final product. Can you see even the photo shoot? It's very natural and very simple, uh, just like the hippie fashion and hippie lifestyle. So see the techniques used, very dull type of photos are taken. The old type of cameras, relaxed mood. So did you get the idea of the design process generally? I know this is not particular to you. You may not able to imagine what type of thing that you're gonna do with this, but I want to express about the design development and total design process. Have you any ideas and uh, any questions to ask on that? Did you get the three stages of designing? I will show you uh, another bit advanced. I use my own work because I can answer the questions, anything you ask about this design process. Anything you want to ask? Are you clear about the design process, the stages? Okay, I'm moving. Uh, can you see my browser now?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Uh, this is another fashion portfolio again. Uh, this is a project. In this project, this is more uh, simpler than my hippie thing. This is inspired from paintings of a particular painter uh, called Bobby Burgers or something. Uh, so in this collection, what she has taken is the this floral thing and techniques that are used in oil painting, that pointillism, scrap and all. Uh, so this is the techniques are presented here. So the inspiration research kind of ideas, and the drapings means that you work with the dress stands or dummy in design. So these are the design development work that with this idea, with these ideas you have, with this research, uh, what are the design developments that designs you can take out. So these are the ideas of design, just not final garments, just ideas. So these are developing the design development stage. And now with these sketchy rough ideas, it is taken into uh, proper designs. With the research into design developments. And this is particularly the fabrics, design development of the fabrics. And here, the story or the mood board. This this is going to present the idea of the collection or the designs that comes throughout this collection, and these are the colors. So this would be the final designs. So that realization part is this can be taken into realization as well, because it present a complete idea of garments. Uh, this can be also taken into realization, and the actual garments are not done in this project. I think this should be a student project. Then again another project. This is the research, concept development, the research. And we'll talk about mind mapping. This is called mind mapping. How you go into ideas through one major idea. And this is the mood board, the design developments. Again, the design developments. So the color palette. Can you see that colors are taken from one particular picture here? From this picture that shows the mood or the concept or everything about the collection, that color palette is used, taken from this one. So this is the realization, the final garments. So technically, these are called technical drawings. It is. So you see now particular garments. So this is the final product of the garments created through that process. Here. That one was more clear, right? Okay. I will show you again that. So we'll start a small project, not a fashion collection, a small project for a, I don't know, I'm not decided on final product yet. It may be a landing page of a company website or a poster or an email flyer for a event of a particular company website. So maybe we'll do both if we have time. For so the first stage, research and concept development stage, we are using two techniques. First thing is brainstorming. Uh, so it is for the brainstorming technique, we are using a tool called mind mapping. Mind mapping is that you spread your ideas on a paper. Have you ever heard of mind mapping? Have you ever done? Do you know about brainstorming and mind mapping?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Have you ever done in this course in any other subject mind mapping?
I think yes, madam.
Okay. Someone please talk. Deshani. Deshani the or is it Dilshani?
No, madam. Deepika.
Deepika. when I get a clear voice, I don't guess it's Deepika. Yes, Deepika.
මේ ෆස්ට් සෙම් එකේ සැට් කියලා සබ්ජෙක්ට් එකක් තිබ්බා. ඒකට කරා
Okay.
madam.
Okay. So can you explain what you learn about mind mapping? Somebody. Maybe because this may be different different from your technical work. That's why I'm asking. This is very simple and it's very visual kind of a work. Can somebody explain what you learn and?
Madam, it is a graphical representation of our mind. That means what we think.
Yes. The technique you'll be using is that you put a word in the middle of the paper and then spread the ideas. That's how you did that?
Yes, madam, but in the first sem, it was not much that thoroughly explained.
Okay, okay. Did you use that in your work?
No, madam.
Okay, it's just a theoretical work, right?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So this is so simple. First thing, is mind mapping. So I think you have some kind of an idea about mind mapping. Uh, this is the tool that we are normally using in starting any design. Uh, what we really need through this design, we just spread our mind and gather data, ideas, and select ideas from that mind map, and uh, uh, that bring up those ideas for a concept. That's how we are what we are doing. Then the next tool is creating mood boards. Uh, that's uh, that's what I showed you earlier. Creating moods is a visual representation of a idea. Uh, I will show you few other mood boards, not like the ones I showed earlier. We'll go through the mood boards we so first here in this collection there was the mood board. So this one is a mood board. You can have text in that if you want to describe particularly something. So this is a mood board that you create a mood or an idea. This is a mood board. It's one thing. This one is a mood board. Okay. And we can have other types of mood boards as well, not this artistic, but these type of mood boards. Can you see this picture, this flowery picture? This is a mood board created to a collection of just a small collection of garments created with cheetah fabric. Have you seen very floral cheetah fabric? cheetah රෙදි දන්නවනේ? මේක මගේ
Oh,
වැඩ කරද්දි කරපු මේ mood board එකක්. ඒක
Madam, are those baby breathers?
yes, this flower, right?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. So this is a mood board for a particular design, set of designs, not like a very huge range of fashion garments. You know that that those collections were a bit too detailed. It's kind of a bit huge projects. But this mood board is done for a very simple project. So can you see through this mood board? This is a visual representation of the garments that we are going to produce. So it is a very simple one. It says what kind of materials that we are going to use. And can you see this picture of flowers? It's not fabric. It's not a garment. But this picture creates the mood and what type of soft designs that we want to produce. Scale of the prints that we are using. suggested by this picture. How colorful the designs are. With this mood board, can you say anything? Are they, uh, are they very colorful designs? What type of designs that we gonna produce? Scale of the prints? Can you say anything visually?
These scales are almost equal.
Yes, yes. With this, what I'm asking is it Dilshani?
Yes, madam.
Uh, can you imagine the garments that we are going to produce with this මොන වගේ florals ගනිවිද? මොන වගේ materials ගනිවිද?
All of them are like cotton collections.
Yes, yes, that's a very good observation. It will be very
And most of the
comfortable.
casual.
Yes, 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 very good. It will be casual wear, small prints, uh, cotton fabric, uh, and very relaxed garments, comfortable.
Yes, madam, and some like summer designs.
Yes, designs. Yeah. So those keywords comes out of this visual representation. Do you get that? So it's not mentioned here. No words. With this picture, you get the idea of the final product. So this is the type of mood board that I want you to create in your work. With the images that you collect around, inspirations that you collect around. Uh, this is the type of mood board that I want you to create, not very that aesthetical and conceptual stuff that I showed you earlier. Uh, since you are not design students, but this level that you can easily achieve that, and this is very commercial. This is done for a commercial design work. I hope that you also may get commercial design work. And this one. Any idea what this is about? Any idea on this mood board? What type of thing it could be?
It is
මොකක් ගැන වෙන්න පුළුවන් කියලාද හිතෙන්නේ?
cloth painting through natural ingredients.
Yes. Yes, this is about natural dyeing and natural yes, using natural materials in your designs. So this is particularly about the experience in using natural ingredients in your in textile design. So you feel it, right? With this mood board, you feel it. It is about coloration. It is about the process of doing by yourself, coloring by yourself. This picture that you are the experience you get with the fabrics. This one. This is another mood board. And this is also a mood board for natural dyeing, but this is more about the techniques. Can you comment on that? What type of techniques that they are going to use?
The textures.
Yes.
Textures.
Yes. Textures. Yes. Going to create different kind of textures. So are they going to use any machines in this type printing? Can you see that this is all handwork? That pressing with the hammer, pleating. What do you think about this block? It is block printing with something would be so a potato or something that you created by yourself. These things, fabric, I don't know whether what these are, but that's what you can see that it is very handcrafted work. Putting dots on a fabric. We can see even here, can you see that the colors used here are natural? So it's not mentioned here with words. And can you feel that this process is very time consuming, that you need to be very patient, and the time you spend with this fabric and the process, you have to sit back and hammer with the flowers on the fabric. You have to take time on this to make the dye from this nuts and draw dots on the fabric. You have to dip the block in the color and make the block prints. So even the time behind the process is communicated through this mood board. So if you are using this on a business, on a maybe this can be a landing page on your on a website about this natural dyeing making product selling website. So the story behind the product is communicated with this mood board. That is the type of mood board I want you to create. Okay. So let's move on to the activities.